Started a little late this morning, and I apologize for that. I had a phone call. Let's do our poll for the day. La 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 la. Um, when was the last time? Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Now we got our poll started up. Dino, how's it going, Dino? I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. This is my little morning podcast, Coffee with Malcolm. Just casual talk over a cup of coffee. Tastes good. It's December 16th. It's 45 degrees outside, and it's 7:23 in the morning. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I had a little story I wanted to tell once a few more people get on here. But I hope your day is going well wherever you are. And I know a lot of people watch this after the fact. So, I hope your day goes well. Also, if you're not able to join me on the live stream, um, yeah, my question today is, when's the last time you did something kind for somebody else? You didn't. You didn't do anything good this year. Maybe next year you'll do something good. You know, they say the whole karma thing is real. If you do good, good things will happen to you. Um, Other people call it different stuff, but yeah, Malcolm Middle's grown up. You're right, Zubier. You were on here yesterday, right? I remember that. That's one for Connor. We're keeping account today. Um, so I went to the store, and on the way back, I pulled up in the driveway. Hey, Austin. And I sat there for a second, listened to a song on the radio, and just minding my own business. I turned the truck off and everything. And this guy just appears next to me in my driveway. And hey, Blue Bear. And it was totally bizarre. He was carrying a baby. He had this big hoodie thing on, like not like a sweatshirt hoodie, but a big fancy jacket with this like fuzzy hood thing or whatever. And I got out of the truck, and he has this real thick British accent, and he's saying that he's visiting some neighbors, but they're not back home yet. So he was just kind of walking around the neighborhood, and it was raining. Want to know if I had an umbrella he could borrow. I was like, I think to myself, this is kind of odd, but okay. So I went in my other car, pulled out an umbrella, and gave it to him. I said, here you go. Just he's like, thanks. He's talked to me for a second, and telling me trying to tell me where he's from. I didn't understand. And then I said, just whenever you get done with it, you can lay it in the back of the truck, put it in the bed of the truck when you're done with it. And he just went on his merry way, and I went inside. And I thought that was kind of wild how people can run into each other or have an interaction, where you have an opportunity to do something nice for somebody else. And, it was, I'm not trying to brag about it. I just thought it was like it's never, something like that hasn't happened. I mean, for a guy just to walk up my driveway at the time I parked, and he was basically locked out of the house that the people he was visiting, so he couldn't go in, and he wanted to go for a walk. So our neighborhood's a decent neighborhood and it does a loop. You can do a loop in the neighborhood for a walk. So I just thought, sure, why not? Give him the umbrella, and if he keeps it, I'm out an umbrella. I didn't think he was going to keep it, and he didn't. Later that day, I found it in the back of the truck, in the bed of the truck. He had cinched it up and everything, and went about his way. So I thought that was really neat. Um, you know, Help somebody out like that. And that's why I kind of do that thing, like compliment a stranger in public. If you're in a department store or a grocery store, and you like somebody's hair, or you think they got a nice jacket on, or um, something that's they're wearing, or something, maybe they got a tattoo that you like, or something like that, and just tell them, hey, I like your hair, and they'll say thanks, and then just walk away. Don't make a big deal about it, and just kind of give them that little something to maybe brighten their day. You're in New York, you give umbrellas away every day in New York. You'd probably run out of umbrellas pretty quick, I'd imagine. I hope I apologize if you don't believe me, uh, happy man. I have no reason to lie to you. You should comment that. But this one girl, she had this cool like vine tattoo coming down her arm. It wasn't like a full sleeve, but it was like, hey Ramesh, and it had little just a few leaves and I think a little bird on it. And I just said, hey, I really like your tattoo. She says, oh, thanks. And then I just kind of took my shopping cart and went on about my way. And if I would have sat there and kept talking to her, she would have thought I was a creep or some kind of weirdo, probably. So I don't try to make the situation awkward. I just, say hey, and then that's nice, and then walk away. You like big women, Jim H? uh, don't worry about it. No comment. Some people just want to disrupt and get attention, and it's fine. Um, I'm not hurt by it or anything like that. Yesterday's stream was outstanding, and I have all my wonderful viewers to thank for that. Um, that's probably the biggest live stream that I've had so far on this channel. It had over 4,000 views, and some may say that's not much, but that's huge for me. That's the biggest I've ever done on a stream, and it was a good stream yesterday. And I like I have to thank all of you guys for watching and coming back and liking and subscribing. It's a cool journey, and I'm glad you guys are here with me. Um, that post that mug for Brahmish, you'll never get that mug. I'm behind the post office right now in the loading dock where I work, and there's a brick wall, and I can't film inside. This is some equipment out back. Um, it's against regulations for me to film indoors at the post office, so I sit outside. Sometimes I sit in the car, but it's not raining right now. It's not super cold, and so I'm sitting out back. I got pranked. Yes, I got pranked. I got punked yesterday by a guy whose name was Cure. His real name is Chris. Hey, Victor. Had me walking around. He was familiar with the town I live in, and he was having me walk around, and it was kind of embarrassing. But um, yeah, you should watch yesterday's stream. Maybe I can put a time marker on when I got punked. Hey, Tanisha. Hope you're having a good morning. And Brenda as well. Thank you, guys. Yeah, they won't let us film indoors, but I think that's kind of hypocritical because I got in trouble for recording something in the post office, and but everybody has a smartphone, right? And a majority of them are FaceTiming with their family while they're at work and stuff. So, you can't stop filming in the post office. Um, Everybody would have to leave their phones in their cars, which really wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly, because people get back to work and be more efficient. But they don't. They bring their phones in. They're FaceTiming with their family and friends. Oh, there's number 3 on the Conor McGregor. No, I work at the post office. I work behind the counter. I'm a clerk. So yeah, um, it's good. I'm fortunate enough that I get to work inside. Um, they did nothing nice. There's number 4. Yeah, 52% of people, they did something nice today. 24 last week, and 24 said never. And I guess that's what they want to do. Hey, Lewis, Conor McGregor. I get that often. I do get that often. Good cup of coffee. Mm. I got um I got this new little ceramic heater that you plug in USB. It keeps your coffee warm. So I need to get that set up, and then I can use some of my other coffee mugs and be able to set this down out here without it getting cold. I'm gonna have to try it out, see how good it works today. And but this guy's insulated. It's a Stanley. Um, Chuck Norris. That's a first for Chuck Norris. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Stanley had a big recall on all their mugs too. Did you hear about that? They saw. Remember what? I don't know if you're in the states, you know, but some people outside the states don't. But um, they sold all these mugs. People were going crazy buying these mugs. Travel mugs with the big handle and the big straw and a Stanley, and it was like this huge craze. And sales went through the roof. You couldn't find them in stores, and they just had a big recall. They're having to recall millions of these mugs that they just sold to everybody because the plastic lid, when it got hot, it didn't stay put and it would spill. It's kind of like that old lady at McDonald's that spilled coffee on her crotch and she got millions of dollars from McDonald's because it didn't say hot on the cup. Oh man. Now everything says, you know, caution hot, caution this, caution that, you know. Oh man. I just thought that was completely ridiculous. And at the time, like iced coffee wasn't a thing, you know. That was in the 90s. Yeah, some old lady got handed a cup of coffee at McDonald's drive-through and it just landed right in her lap. I know McDonald's coffee is extremely hot. Somehow they have um, broken the laws of physics, and they can make it 300 degrees without it boiling and give it to you. So, uh, yeah, yeah, 190 degrees. I'm sure it's not 210. You know, that's why it went viral because the Stanley Cup still had ice in it after her car exploded. Wow. I don't know if mine would survive a car explosion. Conor McGregor is like saying, I got to get a little ticker. I need somebody to keep count on how many times I get called Conor McGregor. 180 to 190 degrees at McDonald's, it is. And then they don't give you the little sleeve for the cup either. So you grab it, it's like super hot. And, you know, I have to set it down, take the lid off, and let it cool down before I can even start holding the cup or even drinking the coffee. And it's not the best coffee, but if you need it on a run or something like that, yeah, I need a chest tattoo. No, thank you. 210. She had a solid case. Well, I mean, if they'd simply put caution contents are hot, she wouldn't have had a case. They're like, well, we warned her. We put it on the lid. Now you can just drench yourself in McDonald's coffee and they're not liable because they put a, and it's not even like printed. It's stamped into the plastic lid, so it's not a different color. It's the same color. I guess you can get them for that because it's the black lid and the stuff stamped into the black lid. So it's not like it's in white letters where it stands out. Burger King coffee tastes like dish soap and cardboard. I go on live Monday through Friday, this time every day, Monday through Friday. I only do about 30 minutes because I have to go into work at 8 o'clock and there's things I have to do beforehand. So, again, a few minutes early. Um, but yeah, I try to do this just the casual conversation, you know, just shooting the breeze. No big deal. Oh man, did you hear about the? Well, of course, everybody's heard about the guy who killed the CEO, Mario Luigi guy, whatever his name is. Um, he had a superhero name. He's developed a superhero name for some people that like him, um, called the Adjuster. Let's watch you quit a job. It'd be great content to quit my job. No, I like my job. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping my job. I'm here every morning. I do lunch streams sometimes too. Just depends on how the day's going and if I got time. Oh yeah, the drones. Still, I did a WTF video about drones. You got to check it out on my channel. I did like a fake newscast. It's about a 1 minute long video. It's a short. Check it out. It's pretty funny. Those drones. It's ridiculous. Oh, there goes my porch light. Think about aliens getting naked. I don't know about aliens getting naked. Well, thank you, Victor. I have a I have a small drone. It's tiny. It fits in the palm of my hand. The base of it does, and I'll fly it around, do my little helicopter stuff for my WTF news stuff. But it gets 50 feet in the air. You can't see it. It's just totally disappears. You have to look at the screen. Um, and have those flying around with all the big lights on it. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. You know, I don't want to dwell on the drone thing on every live cast, but double Whopper versus Big Mac. Yeah, you get a lot of meat with a double Whopper, that's for sure. But if it was something that they were spying, why would they leave the blinking lights on the drones, right? So if they were trying to spy and be covert about it, they wouldn't have all the red and green and blue lights and yellow lights blinking all over them like some kind of Christmas tree in the sky. You know, they would they would either disable the lights, cover them up with tape, or turn them off or something. Hey, Indian boy, um, I don't get paid anything for these streams, not yet anyway. I'm working on it. Nope, I'm gonna go that way. How many people I got? 21 people watching. But anyway, them mapping you like they ain't looking for. uh, I guess I don't know. There's a good movie called Don't Look Up. Talks. It's basically the premise is that everybody has their head in the sand. They don't know what's going on around them. It's a cute movie. Yeah, Don't Look Up. That was a pretty good movie. People just oblivious to all the horror and tragedy that's about to happen. What's another good movie I've seen lately? I watched Alien Ragnarok. Ragnarok. That was a pretty good movie. And see, I haven't seen all the aliens, and I've seen some of them years and years ago. Um, but yeah, I watched it the other night. It was a pretty good movie. I liked it. Some of the CGI was kind of bad though. They did this one android humanoid type thing, and the face on him just looked super fake. I don't know. It just didn't look. I know it's supposed to look like a robot, but um, the way they animated it, it made it look too fake. Does that make sense? It didn't have. If this is supposed to be so futuristic time when they have all these spaceships running around doing all this crazy stuff with aliens, and they couldn't have a robot that looked more realistic. And the other robot, if you will, in the movie, um, he looked natural and real, but the other one looked fake. It just didn't make sense. I think that was a flaw in the movie itself. Other than that, it was pretty good. If you just could avoid that part, it irked me. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, you wouldn't think something like the movie Aliens would be low budget. Terminator movies. Could you imagine if they came out with the Terminator movies today for the first time? Not remakes, not I mean, if the Terminator movies never came out and they came out today for the first time, do you think they'd be better? I wonder. There's a question for you. More natural looking robot, yeah, makes sense. When he had a human face on the robot, and the human face on the robot is like, and it just looks. It was so cheesy. But the other one, that was supposed to be the same type of human robot, had natural expressions. It was an actor, you know. I don't know. They could have done a lot better. You have to have, but the storyline had to be the same. Has to be the same. I just wonder if the CGI of today would have made the Terminator movies a bigger success. Because I knew it blew people away when they had the morphing one on Terminator 2. Yeah, that was wild at the time. We're like, oh, how do they do that? You know. But I don't know. I think they would overdo it today. Maybe it's better that they did it back then. I have not watched any of the Harry Potter movies, and I have not read any of the Harry Potter books. I don't know anything about them. Never had any interest in it. I I watched the Lord of the Rings stuff because my brother was into it, and it was pretty cool. Um, But I don't really watch movies a lot anymore. AI rockets. Oh, there's a lot of stuff we don't know. GPS was around in the 80s, but we didn't get access to it as a civilian population until almost like year 2000 or something like that, because it's a military project. There's probably a bunch of stuff the military is doing right now we have no clue about. But the technology will trickle down to the civilian population at some point, and we'll be blown away. Star Wars was really cool too. Yeah, it was ahead of its time. It was definitely ahead of its time. That's what made it so popular. There's enough real things in life to not worry about movies. That's true. That's true. Unless you just want to get an escape, you don't want to. You don't want to dwell on what's going on around you. You kind of escape in a movie, get away from reality for a couple hours watching a film. I think that's a big draw for a lot of people who watch movies. They want to escape reality in a sense, so they watch TV and movies to kind of get that escape. Little birdies. I think that's a mockingbird. Watch movies, real things happening. Research is my thing, though. Okay. I haven't seen any really new movies. The newest movie that I saw in theaters was Deadpool Wolverine. I went on opening night for that. I really liked that movie. Um, it was real funny. A lot of stuff. Ryan Reynolds is hilarious, and to me anyway. And I thought the Deadpool Wolverine stuff. If you watched Loki on Disney before watching Deadpool and Wolverine, you would understand a lot more what's going on with the multiverse and the different things with the TVA, blah blah blah. So yeah, there's kind of a backstory to that movie. If you watch the other stuff on Disney, you would have been up to date on. And luckily enough, I was, so I was able to follow along pretty good. Moved to the Philippines. I don't know. I I think if I do an out of country trip, I'll probably go to India first. But if I ever leave the country to go on a trip, so yeah. Country claims that today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Country. What's your real name? Watch My Dinner with Andre. Everything Comes True. Huh. I never heard of that one. That movie was great. Yeah. Happy birthday. December 16th. So let's see. December, February, March, April. Uh, no, it's January, February, March. So what happens in March that's so special in March that you're a December baby? uh, so March, is that where Easter is? Are you an Easter baby, conceived in Easter and born in December? I like doing that. People tell me their birthday, and I'll count 3 months ahead and be like, "What was special about that day, about that month?" For me, it was Thanksgiving. So my parents, like Thanksgiving a lot, and I came around in July. You don't have to put your real name on your country. You don't have to. It's fine. Tina's here, my coworker. She's early today. 15 minutes early. That's unlike her. Don't go to Russia. Yeah, I probably won't go to Russia, and I probably won't go to China. There'll be a few countries I won't go to. I don't want to go back to Iraq. I'll tell you that. Worry about what we have today and not worry about what we don't have. That's a good thing to think about. Oh, I don't have my Chinese proverb for the day. I forgot to bring my other phone so I could read off a Chinese proverb for you guys today to think about. Morning, Tina. You found it? Was it under the seat or something?
It was between the seats.
Let me get the door for Tina.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I did close the door. Tina has been driving her car for months, and the little key fob that you need, in the new cars, you just have the key in your pocket and you can push the button to start the car. Um, she had lost her key. It's just in the car, and she hasn't locked it up for months. She just hops in it and drives. She couldn't find it. She finally found it this weekend. uh, they'll like and subscribe if they want, Victor. There's no need to spam it. I'm not trying to pressure anybody. But yeah, she finally found her car, so now she can lock her car up. Just, you live in a small town, you really don't have to worry about it that much. Um, but yeah, she has been driving around for months. It just lost under. I think she said it was between the seats just now. Yeah. No, I'm not Conor McGregor. Nice try though. The accent should have thrown it off, right? Should have been the reveal. All right, Victor. I appreciate your efforts, buddy. We're gonna have to just give me a minute, okay, bud? Um, I'm not trying to pressure anybody to join the channel. If they want to, they want to. Whatever. If he never got into fighting, definitely. I'm definitely the Conor McGregor that never got into fighting and never got chest tattoos. So yeah. uh, I got the sniffles. It's cold out here. My nose runs a little bit. There's another little bird. I can't make it out. It's like really fast. Hey, Brooks. If I had my other phone, I should. There's so many other things. There's an app called um, Merlin, Merlin. It's a free app for Android and iPhone, and it identifies birds by sound. So you download the app, you download the map for where you live anywhere in the world, and you hit the microphone button and just listen. It'll pick up the sounds of the birds around you and list them on the screen, what birds it hears, and you can match it and say yes, that's it, or that's not it. And it's really neat. You can just identify birds. You can click on and learn more about them. And it has a tool in there where you can kind of drill down to what bird you thought you saw. It'll give you a list of possibilities in your area. Yeah, there is a Shazam for birds. It's called Merlin, Merlin. University of Cornell puts it together. It's free, and they use the data for migration purposes and stuff like that. So you get the benefit of listening to birds, and they get the benefit of tracking where these birds are, especially if you find something rare in your area. Yep, really neat. And if I had my other phone, I would demonstrate it for you. It has like a little microphone bar at the top, and this sound wave thing on top, so you can see the little blips on there when the birds are chirping and making noises. Because a lot of times you can't see them. You can hear them all day long, but you're like just staring at the trees for hours trying to locate them. But you'll learn some. You'll learn some cool little sounds if you got a bird feeder or something like that. Everything wants to use your location, show travel. if you're using the internet in any way, shape, form, or fashion, your location is being tracked. And there's no way around that. You would have to go live in a swamp or live out in the middle of the desert with no electricity and no technology. And then they still track you down with satellites if they really wanted to know where you are. So yeah. And if you believe the microchips and the vaccines, you're screwed anyway. Nobody believes you that you saw a dodo. Oh, you should have took a picture, man. You built filters through a VPN. You can use a VPN. Yep, but you still have to turn your GPS off your phone. I have I have this phone, which is a Google Pixel 9, and I have a Pixel 7. Now the 7 has no cell phone connection and no internet when I'm driving down the road. Just completely a dead phone basically. But on the lock screen, it'll tell me the weather and this current song that's playing, even when it has no connection to the internet. Until I unlock the screen, then it'll say you don't have internet. But on the lock screen, there's a feature in there where it'll display the current song playing that it can hear and the local weather. So it's always listening and watching you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Yeah, you got your chip and two booster chips. You should be like a quantum computer right now. But we don't want to go into the whole Big Brother's watching you thing. It's just they always are. I mean, you can use VPNs, but they could just connect the dots on VPNs too if they really wanted to. Oh yeah, still being tracked when your phone's off. It's still tracking. The phone's on, and when I'm here, I can connect to the Wi-Fi, and use it as like a sidekick for my streams, but I left it in the building. Um, yeah, when I'm driving the road, it doesn't. I'm not tethering to a hotspot or nothing. It'll tell me what song's playing, everything with no internet connection. So it's still connected. It just yeah, it's wild. You're waiting for the government to activate you. What do you think your goal will be or your purpose once you're activated by the government? There's tow truck guy. He's a little late. I only got a couple more minutes left. I used to own a computer shop for about 10 years, and I did computer repair, laptop repair, recovering people's lost data, things like that they deleted, and cell phones and whatnot for a while. But it just tapered off. Everybody throws stuff away these days. It just the business started slowing down. It was just me, a one man operation. I was doing pretty good there for a while. I had a lot of good customers, and but it fizzled, and I shut it down. So, but now I work at the post office. Yep, and I'm out back on the loading dock, and this is post office equipment behind me. See, that's why I need the Bird app. There's all kinds of them on here. Do I have an OnlyFans? I'm not that. What's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word. Yeah, I can't do an OnlyFans. Sorry. Yeah, the phone screen repair was a good gig, but you got to have all these specialty tools. And iPhone wants to change the type of screws they use in each edition of the phone. And it's just aggravating. And then the replacement parts are so damn expensive. You could, the cost of getting your screen repaired, you just use the insurance down payment, get a whole nother phone sent to you. You know, there's something for everyone. And OnlyFans. No, I don't know. If OnlyFans of me sleeping or brushing my teeth or something like that. Yeah, iPhones had all the screws inside your phone. If it's not just glued together, the screws are microscopic, and the tips of them aren't just Phillips head or flathead. They're these little torque bits or these triangle bits, and it's just you have to special these screwdrivers, and they're only good for that one phone because the next one comes out. They've invented a whole nother screwdriver and a whole nother screw to go inside there. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And people are so particular about their phones. If it doesn't look like brand new when you do it, if it has any type of anything that remotely looks different, they freak out. Yeah, you can only buy the screws from certain places and stuff. You pay to watch me brush my teeth in circular motions. I wonder if that would work. Mine would be the most ridiculous OnlyFans on the internet. Conor McGregor. That's it. I think that's like 12 times I've been calling Conor McGregor this stream. Oh yeah, I'll freak out if I leave my phone behind. It's yeah, it's like walking out. You feel like you're walking out of the house naked if you don't have your phone with you. You're like embarrassed and ashamed and you're panicking. It's kind of sad. Yeah, the poorest people, homeless people have cell phones, smartphones. Yesterday's coffee is better than this morning's coffee. Aw. I mean, yesterday was at an actual coffee shop, and this was just a pod and a Keurig. So yeah, yesterday's coffee did taste better, but we're still here together, enjoying our morning cup of joe. Well, guys, it's time for me to end this live stream. I'm glad you guys hung out with me. Um, I appreciate everyone that's been watching and subscribing and liking. Share the videos. Watch some of my other videos on the channel. You might be entertained. Leave some comments. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning around 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day. And I will see you guys later. Bye.